food on the table. You hardly pray because it's always there. You don't have to pray for school bag. Don't have to pray for food on the table. That's why you don't pray. There's some children they need to pray for every day. Pray for meals on their table. And I pray for the school bag every year. And really blessed with this story, and I believe God just made it to be the last panelist for you to take that story with you. Shelly, you'll never know how much you have blessed our hearts this morning, and bless those who are listening in today from all over the world. I know for New Methodists, they always do. Whichever country, when life is good and up and around, it's so easy to forget God, and very easy for you to justify you don't need God. You don't even need to know God. You don't even need to talk to God because you have it all. And then you have children like Chen who have to pray for everything. Like what she said, she's gone over the fact that she doesn't want to ask anything from the parents, because when she does, she knows the answer already. You pray. And how much longer do you pray? And how many times do you pray? But for those of you who go through that kind of upbringing, it's amazing because it makes you more mature. It takes you to another level. I mean, imagine the very school that she never chose to go to, that miraculously got her to be part of it just by hearing hearing the word and making the decision to go up to the altar call and asking God. And through that, youth get together already in Valley level. And then yesterday, when the parents were sending me the photos of her induction, you know, all I could send to them was just emoji of crying. The unthinkable that only God can do. And that very school, now she's one of the prefects, being inducted yesterday. And Chelly is just so amazing. And it's very good to know, congratulations, that now you know how to cook, like every woman's supposed to know and every girl's supposed to know how to cook. But I'm so glad, I never know that story, but with Deborah out in the West, amazing on how God did that. Well, I had a taste of a bit of your vegetables because your dad dropped some at home on the little farming that you people are doing at home and also selling in the process. And I'm really blessed with those vegetables that you're planting within your property at home in Wenibuku. So thank you for going out of your way to do that. And just for the fact in being obedient to your parents. And I remember that testimony of that foreign lady who lives outside Fiji. Organized that back because they always hear your dad taking part from here at my TV. They didn't have any other contact, but they sent the bag all the way from England to be dropped off here at my TV for SP Tetulo's eldest daughter, whom they haven't met. And that was your prayer. And goes back to the prayer. So for those children that are listening today, when you know you are deprived of certain things because of the setup in your home, or because you are living in an extended family format, or you're staying with somebody that you cannot ask to buy things for you, go to the Lord in prayer, because He does miraculous things that your mind cannot even fathom, or you cannot even imagine the extent of what only He can do. And very, a classic one on the interview, that's just amazing. Like what you said, you didn't pray for him to be sick, but because you asked God first, you acknowledge God before walking in. He did what only He can do. Just like all the stories we heard today, starting from Richelle all the way from Europe. If you read between the lines to all the panelists who have spoken today from Richelle, and then you go down to Peter Vakalolo and to Tito Mairewa, and now we're ending with Rachel Rambondo. If you read between the lines, your mind cannot even fathom what happened, because you'll continuously ask your question, how did that happen? Well, indirectly, through their stories, they're trying to relate the fact things or something happened that they cannot control, or they cannot even place a finger on it, because it was just God. Not by men, not by our parents, not by any other thing, not by our employees for those who work, not by anybody else, but just by God. And that is the core of the story for all the panelists today. The things that they shared today, only God became the author, the ordainer, the redeemer, and the deliverer, and provider, and everything of their lives, of the panelists today.